A few years ago, building a software business would have been almost impossible for someone like me. I wasn't a software engineer. I didn't know how to build an app from scratch. I didn't have a technical co-founder, a development team, or a large startup budget. What I did have was product experience. I previously worked as a product manager at Alibaba, where I worked on a large consumer app with more than 100 million monthly active users. That experience taught me how to understand users, identify market demand, and think about why people choose one product over another. But there was still a major gap between having an idea and turning that idea into a real product. I could write a product plan, I could define the user journey, I could explain what the product should do, but I still needed engineers to build it. For a long time, that meant most of my ideas stayed as ideas. Then AI changed what was possible. Today I have built 8 iOS apps and 2 SaaS products, and together they generate around $10,000 per month in product-based income. I did not achieve this because AI built an entire company for me with one prompt, and I did not suddenly become an expert software engineer overnight. What changed was that AI gave me the ability to connect product thinking with execution. It helped me move from I have an idea to I can actually build, launch, market, and improve this product myself. In this video, I want to share the complete process I use, how I find an idea, how I turn it into a software product, how I use AI to build it, how I find users, how I market it, and how I turn several small products into a growing second income stream. Step 1. Start with a problem, not an AI feature. The first step is finding the right idea. A lot of people begin by asking, what can I build with AI? I think that is usually the wrong question. When you start with the technology, you often end up building something that looks impressive but does not solve an important problem. Instead, I start by looking for friction. What takes too much time? What feels unnecessarily complicated? What are people repeatedly complaining about? What task requires 5 different tools when one focused product could solve it? Some of my product ideas came from my own daily problems. Others came from user reviews, online communities, customer emails, or gaps I noticed in existing software. For example, when users say, this app is too complicated, I only need one simple feature, I don't want to create an account, I wish this worked on my phone, or I would pay for this if it saved me more time. Those are valuable signals. A good product idea does not need to be completely original. It needs to solve a clear problem for a clear group of people. My product management background helps me here. At Alibaba, I learned that users do not care how sophisticated your internal system is. They care whether the product helps them achieve what they came to do. That is still the first question I ask. Who is this for, and what result do they want? Step 2. Turn the idea into the smallest useful product. Once I find a problem, I do not immediately try to build a larger platform. I ask, what is the smallest version of this idea that can create a useful result? This is especially important now because AI makes it very easy to build too much. You can keep adding features, more pages, more settings, more AI models, more dashboards, but the more features do not always make the product more valuable. Sometimes they just make it harder to understand. So I begin with one user, one problem, and one main action. Then I use AI to help me turn the idea into a clear product plan. I ask questions like, who is the target user? What problem are they trying to solve? What is the shortest path from opening the product to getting value? What features are essential? What can be removed? What could be done manually in the first version? Then I create a simple product requirement document. I define the screens, the user flow, the data structure, and the minimum version I want to launch. This step is important because AI works much better when the goal is clear. If I simply say, build me a complete SaaS platform, the result is usually messy. But if I give AI a clear context and break the product into smaller tasks, the quality becomes much better. Step 3. Use AI as a builder, not a magic button. This is the part people often call vibe coding. For me, vibe coding means using natural language to work with AI coding tools and build software much faster. But it does not mean blindly accepting every line of code AI generated. AI can write code, it can explain unfamiliar code, it can fix bugs, it can help design a database, it can create a landing page, it can connect APIs, it can help prepare an app store release. But AI can also make mistakes. It can change working code unnecessarily. It can create security problems. It can solve one bug and introduce another. so I still need to control the process. I usually ask AI to first understand the project before changing anything. I give it one task at a time. I ask it to explain what it plans to do. I test every important changes, and I use version control so I can go back when something breaks. I may not have started with a technical background, but through building real products, I gradually learned how software systems work. I learned how to ask better technical questions. I learned how to recognize when an answer did not make sense, and I learned how to solve problems step by step. This is the important point. You do not need to know everything before you start, but you do need to be willing to learn while building. AI reduces the barrier to entry, but the judgment is still your responsibility. Step 4. Launch before the product feels perfect. One of the biggest mistakes new builders make is waiting too long to launch. They keep improving the design, they keep adding features, they keep telling themselves the product is almost ready. But until a real person uses it, most of your assumptions are still assumptions. I try to release a small version as early as possible. The first users may come from people I already know, online communities, Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, Discord, or direct outreach. For iOS apps, the App Store itself can also become a discovery channel. For SaaS products, search traffic, content, partnerships, and free tools may be more important. The channel depends on the product, but in the beginning, user acquisition is usually manual. I ask people to try the product, I watch where they become confused, I read their messages, I study what they use and what they ignore. I want to know, did they understand the product? Did they reach the main value quickly? Did they come back? Would they pay for it? The first 10 users are not only users, they are part of your research process. Step 5. Marketing is a part of the product. Building software is only half of the work. A useful product does not automatically get discovered. This was one of the most important lessons I learned. Developers often spend most of their energy on building and very little on distribution. But if nobody knows the product exists, the quality of the code does not matter. So I now think about marketing before the product is finished. I ask, where does the target user already spend time? What would they search for? What kind of a tutorial would help them? What free resource could bring them to the product? What problem can I explain publicly? AI also helps me with this part. I use it to research keywords, organize customer feedback, write content drafts, create marketing ideas, and repurpose one piece of content across multiple platforms. But again, AI does not replace the strategy. I still need to decide what the market cares about. I still need to understand why someone would choose my product, and I still need to build trust. Step 6. Build systems, not just individual products. The reason I was able to build multiple products is not that I start from zero every time. Each product helps me build a reusable system. I reuse technical structures, I reuse launch checklists, I reuse design components, I reuse marketing workflows, I reuse what I have learned about App Store optimization, SEO, email, pricing, and user onboarding. The first product is usually the hardest. The second becomes slightly easier. By the time you have built several products, you are no longer only building software, you are building your own operating system. That is also how the income grows. Not every product becomes a major success. Some products attract users but make very little money. Some need to change direction. Some requires more maintenance than expected. Some fail completely, but together the products create a portfolio. Some generate revenue. Some bring traffic. Some help build an audience. Some teach me how to enter a new market. Today, that portfolio generates around $10,000 per month. I call it product-based income because it is not directly tied to selling every hour of my time, but I do not want to pretend it is completely passive. Software still needs maintenance, users still need support, platforms change, marketing still matters. Sometimes products break, sometimes users leave bad reviews, sometimes a new update creates a problem even when you didn't expect it. The value is not that the business requires no work. The value is leverage. One product can serve many people without me personally delivering the service to every customer, and over time, that creates more freedom and more career options. I am starting this channel because I believe AI is creating an important opportunity. At the same time, many people are worried about layoffs, job security, and whether their current skills will still matter in the future. I do not believe everyone needs to quit their job, and I do not believe everyone needs to become a full-time founder, but I do believe more people can build something of their own. It could begin as a small app, a simple website, a digital product, or one additional source of income. A second income stream is not only about making more money, it can give you more choices. It can reduce the fear that your entire future depends on one employer. It can help you build confidence in your own ability to create value. I also believe deeply in manifestation. But for me, manifestation is not simply wishing for something and waiting. It is believing that an idea is possible and then taking consistent action to make it real. I want to share what I have learned. I want to help more non-technical people become builders. And I want more people to benefit from the AI era instead of only feeling afraid of it. This video is chapter 1 of a new series about becoming a one-person AI builder. In the next videos, I will show you how to build product ideas, validate them, build them with AI, market them, find users, and turn them into sustainable income. I will share the successful products, but I will also share the mistakes, failed experiments, bugs, bad reviews, and products that attracted users but made no money. Because I think the real process is more useful than another perfect success story. You do not need to start with a team, you do not need to start with a large budget, and you do not need to know everything before you begin. You can start with one problem, one user, and one small product. This is the beginning of the one-person AI business. Subscribe if you want to follow the complete journey, and before you leave, think about one question. What is one frustrating problem in your own life or work that software could solve? That may be the beginning of your first product. Thank you.